everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Texans going up against the Raiders. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, for only the second time ever in the regular season and first since 2005, the NFL has come south of the border to amazing Mexico City. Tonight, it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good one on tap between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. First carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing, Cook. Brought in by Walford, right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Cook. And this is going to be incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And fourth down coming up.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go now with Olawale. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
That was second down run for Murray. Oh, spinning away. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So a fantastic effort by Murray, a kid born in Orlando, went to high school in New York, but came back to Orlando to go to Central Florida. You're from Orlando, Mr. Davis.
Yes, I am, and actually grew up in New York State as well, so I knew I liked this young man. And the stock and trade for him, speed. Give him some open space, and he can blaze a trail.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And And a look now at the defense for Houston.
When it comes to J.J. Watt, we're about out of superlatives, aren't we? So let's just make this simple. One of the best to ever play the game.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
On first down, Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On first down, it's Savage. And Anderson's got it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here's Savage now on 2nd. He's got time. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Savage on 3rd. And on the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle, try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing, Cook. Caught left side to Crabtree. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Again, it's Murray. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now Cook. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. Now 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Here's Savage. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. After the penalty, it's Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, Really well done.
His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. Third down here.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Savage. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Fedorowicz, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So let's try this again as they come to the line to go for 2. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout here called by the defense. It's their first of this first half as they look to regroup and hopefully stop the 2-point conversion coming up. So now they'll try it again as they line up to go for 2. They'll try the sneak. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go.
They run with Murray. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Benardrick McKinney there to make. The stop. And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing, Cook. He's got time in the pocket. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
One man in the backfield. That's Jones. He's going to get the football. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's third down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Move,
Now Cook. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Raiders will turn it over to the left foot of Sebastian Janikowski. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. Move, landed. Move, landed.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Savage now to throw.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Here we go. Detroit.
Savage takes the snap. They will go for it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you're...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation,
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. shift together here from the D-line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And this is caught at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go. 3, 19.
Again throwing. It's Savage. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always have changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first down, Savage. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A first down carry now for Miller. Stays on his feet. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. The tackle there by the first-rounder, Carl Joseph. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw on second down is Savage. It's complete to Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about it. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw, Savage, escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Savage now to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the Raiders have got him. The former 49er, Aldon Smith. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Savage. Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that brings up 4th down.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Throwing, Cook. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Cook. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Savage on first. And Anderson's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here come the Raiders. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
on.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. He'll drop to throw. It finds Crabtree for the completion. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go with a keeper. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
So is there a place on the scoreboard for guts? Because they've got to get extra for that one. Picked up the first down, but that's an extremely risky call that deep in their own territory.
Yeah, where do you think is safe? You got to be across midfield, right?
I would think so. I mean, that's where safe is the right word. Across midfield does that. If you're a little bit more of a gambler, depending on situation. But this one, backed up this far, that was risky.
Hey, sneak work. Second down here after the incomplete pass. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So the offense puts the ball on the ground, but they pick it back up. Now they face a third down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Third and long. It's Savage. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Texans going for it. It's Savage. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And now out comes Houston. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll give the Texans a first down. Here's a give to Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Again, it's Miller. And some room to maneuver. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They'll run with Darkwan. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Halfback sent in motion. Now Miller will take the direct snap. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Here's Savage. And finding Fedorowicz. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Green 39! Green 39! Back that up! Detroit! Detroit! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
Looking to throw it here. Savage. With a catch made by Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Buying time to his left. This will be caught at the 2. Be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
All right, here we go. Please, Leopard! Good!
Now it's Savage. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And quickly, they get to the line. Savage now to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go now. Detroit!
Now Cook. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this looks to probably be the final play.
Detroit!
Another pistol look here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Savage is going to throw it. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now...
Everybody needs somebody, no doubt. Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step